Alright, this is the last video I'm going to film on this one. This is my Fandu Luxe Releathered. I wanted to take this one on because it seemed challenging. A customer of mine loaned me the Big Gold book. Thanks, Mike, if you're watching. Much appreciated. And I read through it, looked at all the pics, and the Harris leather, the brown. I wanted to try and recreate that. I wanted to try and replicate that as close to the original as I could. And so one of the things I said in my last video, you'll notice the back doesn't clasp in the Fandu one. This one does. And so this is different from every other releather I've ever done. Okay, so, and the reason is because normally when you do a releather, the front is quite thick and the back is a very thin. So the front would be about 3.5 to 4 millimeters, and then the back would be about 1 millimeter. It's just and the back is pre-finished. This was different. This is basically two front pieces that are slightly similar, sandwiched together. Okay, so the back and the front are both veg tan leather, and I had to go get a special piece of leather. It was quite expensive, and it's thinner. It's about 2 millimeters each, about 4 or 5 ounces, and so I sandwiched them together to make the strap just like the original was, because there were pictures in the book I saw where the stitching had come loose, and you can see that it's two layers that are about the same thickness. So that's what's the case on this one. I don't know how well it's coming up on camera. Browns, I don't know what the hell it is with them. They come up darker. Sometimes they come up like purpley. I don't know. But this, I spent hours mixing different dyes together to get this, and it is as close. Again, I apologize if the lighting's not doing it justice, but this is as close as I could get. It's almost dead on to the original color of the Crumrine that was made by Harris Leather and Silver Works. It's got the silver snaps, the nickel snaps rather, not the gold. And this is all hand stitched all the way around. Punching the holes and stitching that, I'm going to say, took about 8 hours. It was a pig. Yeah. So it's a little stiff now, obviously, because it's new, but it does fold over just like Flair used to when he did on TV. You'll notice that this belt does not have my maker's mark on it on either side. Normally I would put it here, but I didn't. And the reason for that is because on the original one, the maker's mark was on the back in the middle. So it is on this one too. That's the way I did it. And you can see I've left the screws exposed. One of the things I found interesting, if you look at the pictures of that original belt, the male snaps, the backs, you can see them. I was surprised by that. I was trying to figure out ways to hide them between the two layers of leather, but it turns out they're not hidden. They're right out there out in the open. So this was a huge, huge undertaking. It was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, all things considered, but I'm happy with how it turned out. And yeah. So there it is, the Fandu Luxe Releathered, and as close as I could get it to the original Harris Leather Crumrine. Thanks for watching.